Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker, and I'm recording today on my very old laptop because what I normally use for a camera is going to be used for a phone. So if it's auto adjusting and my picture looks like crap, like I'm trying to lock it where it is, but it keeps changing colors on me, so bear with the video. But the video really isn't important. It's just a talking head video. I don't have anything to put online. I'm still off grid. I have no Wi-Fi. I have no cellular. I have nothing. And life is good. Life is very stress-free. It's something that when you wake up in the morning and you can't check Twitter or the news feed or even like comments on my videos, like you're completely disconnected from it. It's really interesting how much more in tune you are and just kind of how relaxing it is to say, well, there's nothing else for me to do. I guess I'm going to go for a hike or a walk or something like that. So it's been really enjoyable. I'm long gone from wherever I'm sitting now because I'll have to wait till I'm somewhere where I can upload this so you can enjoy it. I'll already be doing something else and I'll post. So whenever you see me, I'm always, 3 or 4 days or maybe sometimes a week behind where I actually am. I'm still up in a little campground just south of Glacier National Park, south of the Canadian border by, maybe 100 miles, 200 miles, something like that. Bugs are all over the place. I didn't bring any bug screen or bug spray, so I'll have to get some next time I'm in town. What I want to talk about today is a viewer email. Normally I read articles, but you guys, if you want to send in a question, letting me know your situation, and if you have a question, I will answer it. And that way, I don't have articles to pull up when I'm offline. So that way it gives me a topic to talk about, because a lot of times I'm like, I don't know what I want to talk about today. So this is from a gentleman. He says, been a viewer for quite a while now, and I might as well send an email to you to tell you my situation. Girlfriend continues to create made-up problems, and she can't decide if I'm the one for her or not. Okay, I'm going to stop there for a second. Never let a woman dictate the course of a relationship. That means that she's in control. She decides when you're dating. She decides if you break up. She decides what's going on. She decides if you're happy. She decides everything. So by default, you're just along for the ride. And so you're the one that falls into a place where you're like, oh, I hope she doesn't break up with me today, or oh, I hope she's in a happy mood instead of a bad mood today, because I don't want things to go bad, or I hope everything's okay. You cannot let a woman dictate the course and the pace and the happiness of your relationship. Already, you're sounding like you're in a bad place, my friend. He says, a thing to note is that she is 3 times more dependent on me and has created a fake image in her mind of who I am. Our hobbies are very unmatched, along with aspirations of livelihood, such as future investments. Currently a third-year student who has found serenity with oneself. Okay, I'm glad you found serenity in a happy place. However, you're telling me that she can't decide if she's happy. Are you happy? Have you decided if you're happy? Probably not, since you're messaging me. But you say that she's 3 times more dependent on you, and she's created a fake image in her mind of who you are, and your hobbies are unmatched, and aspirations of livelihood are unmatched. So let me ask you this. Why are you with her? Why are you with her? Your future doesn't look the same. If your future investments aren't the same, either you want to spend more and she wants to save it, or vice versa. Finances are always going to be an argument for forever if you're not on the same page. And again, she's dependent on you, which is actually kind of a conservative, traditional thing where the woman is dependent on a guy. But the thing is, if she's dependent on you, why does she get to dictate the course of the relationship? You should be dictating the course of the relationship because she's reliant on you. So basically, you're kind of like, she's reliant on you, but you're also doing what she wants you to do. And so basically, you sound like her slave. You sound like her option right now. She just sounds like she's using you, to be honest with you. Her happiness time period is about 75% total of the week. However, she over-exaggerates the 25%, and I could give so much of a less of an S by now. All right, so she's happy 75% of the time. You sound like, and happy 25, let me say that again. She's happy 75% of the time, and she's happy only, or unhappy only 25% of the time. However, 25% of your life, being with somebody that's unhappy 25% of the time, 100% of your life is going to be miserable. You need to find now, it's never always going to be candy and roses, but there's probably going to be a time where you're going to have a little strife or a little disagreement on spending money or where to go or how to do something. But if you're in charge, or you should at least be leading the way the majority of the time. Not only that, but it should be less than 5% of the problem, not a quarter of your life being aggravated by her, especially when she's dependent on you. But you've given her reins of the relationship and control of the relationship and where everything goes. And so, of course, you're going to be miserable. He says, I'm pretty confident with my introspective thinking and would like to hear your thoughts since you have experienced and read many more case studies. I'm not locked down by the relationship, but she is too emotionally attached. And he says, question away if too vague. No, this was, and since you didn't give me your permission to use your name, I'm not going to say it. So here's the thing. A healthy relationship is one where the man is not emotional. He's in control. He's the rock. He's the strong, persistent, unemotional, constant. And women are very much like water. They're fluid. They change their minds often. They change directions often. They don't know what they want sometimes. And they can be very emotional. And so women are splashing around kind of like rocks on a shore, or kind of like waves on a shore. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. Women are kind of all over the place like waves on a shore. But just like waves on a shore, they're beautiful, they're graceful, they're fun to ride, like surfing. I don't know what you were thinking. They're fun to ride, they're fun to be in, they're fun to swim with. Women are enjoyable in many aspects. However, they can also drown you. They can also throw you up on the rocks and destroy you. So you have to understand that the good comes with the bad. But the thing is, if the guy is also like a wave and he's all over the place, you constantly end up butting heads and not having any place to rest. There's no emotional resting place for the relationship. And so it's rocky and everybody's all up in the air. It sounds like what you're dealing with is a situation where you have given someone that is emotional and someone that is dependent on you and someone that is only happy 3/4 of the time, which really, I think it should be a lot more than that if you're in a good place in your life. You've given her say over the relationship. You've given her say over what you guys do and how things go. This is a recipe for disaster. The long-term goals are not the same. So I don't know if you're just with her because she's fun in bed or you like hanging out with her that fun 75% of the time. But to me, it sounds like you're glad to have her and she thinks of you as an option. I think it's time to move on. I think it's time. Now, I'm not telling you to break up, but I'm telling you, you got to move on from where you are in your relationship right now. You need to tell her, look, this is how I feel about things. This is what I feel is going on. I feel like you're not happy with or finding problems. We don't agree on this long time stuff. Why are you with me? Just ask her straight up, why are you with me? And if she gives you some condescending answer or makes fun of you or says, I don't know, it's time to move on. A lot of times in this situation, a woman will hang in there because you're the best option she feels she has for the moment. And then when something better comes along, a guy that either agrees financially with her long terms, a guy that she finds as a higher value, she will leave. So basically what you're doing now is you're just kind of waiting for the hammer to fall or waiting for her to decide what's going on. You can't do that. You have to decide, is she right for you? Is this what you want long term? Do you want to just keep it casually and not get emotionally involved and put up with a headache just for a little bit of romantic fun? That's up to you. But I'll tell you right now, I do not let a woman control your direction in life. Everything that I've heard as far as happy relationships, I mean truly happy relationships, usually the man decides what to do with the advice or the assist of the woman. But the man usually decides what to do. He decides what's best for them. Why? Because ultimately when there's a problem, the woman many times will look to the dude to fix it. So if she decides, well, we're going to do this, and the guy doesn't like it, and then things go south and you get into a problem and she looks at you to fix it, what's the argument? Well, I didn't want to do this in the first place. You're the one that said let's do this, so I did it your way, and it got screwed up, and now you want me to fix it. It's a fight. It's an argument. Now, what happens if a dude does it and just makes the decision and things go south? He's still supposed to fix it. But how does that look like? Hey, you know what? I thought we should do this. I kind of screwed that up. Obviously, it didn't work out so well. I'll fix it. Now, she can yell at you for making that decision. But again, if she's at least acquiescing control 60-40 or so or more of the relationship to you, usually, especially if you're a confident guy and a knowledgeable guy, you're the one that's going to get yourselves out of a jam. So by you making the decisions, you're only putting yourself in the jam that you already know how to get yourself out of, if that makes any sense. You know, I'll just use a real life story here that's kind of really recent. I know you guys are probably so tired of me talking about my travels, but with my bus, okay, it was a big rig. It's 40 feet long, and then I got the truck on the back end when it's all hooked up and everything. If I make a mistake and go down a road that does not have a place to turn around, I cannot back up with a dolly. You can't. So then I have to park, unload the truck from the dolly, unhook the dolly, hook the dolly up to the truck, turn the truck around, drive it back down to the end of the road where I got messed in, and then see if I can jimmy the bus all the way around to drive back out. It is a nightmare. But if I'm the one that decides to drive down that road, I'm the one that knows what has to happen. But if a woman's sitting there trying to convince you, just go down, it'll be all right, just go down, just go down, just go down. In your head, if you know, hey, if this goes south, it's going to be really bad, you should be the one making the decision, because otherwise when you get down there and everything goes bad, you're going to have to fix it. It's still going to be you taking off the dolly and you hooking up the truck and you doing all that stuff while she maybe makes you sandwiches or sits there and watches or takes videography for your YouTube channel or whatever. So all I'm saying that is since guys usually have to dig the family out of trouble or the relationship out of trouble or kids out of trouble, and being a masculine man, you do take on that role. If you're going to take on the role of a protector, and you're gonna take care of a woman and kids, your kids, and whatever else, you do need to be able to provide for them, at least in my opinion, and take care of them. Because I'm still kind of a traditionalist one, but I expect my woman to provide me traditional things in a relationship too. So you need to be able to be that guy. If you're not that guy, which in this case it sounds like you're not, you're doing the providing, but you're letting her control where the relationship goes. And that's just going to lead you down a one-way dead-end street where you're going to be stuck, and then she's going to say, you know what, I got to bail out. I found something else that I like better. She's going to go do that, and then you're going to be stuck with whatever mess or heartbreak or whatever else you got to deal with. So you clear this up with her and tell her, hey, look, this isn't working for me. Here's what I need. I need to be the decision maker of this relationship. It's probably not going to happen because she'll probably want to leave you because it sounds like she wants the control in a relationship. But if you say, hey, this is what I need out of the relationship, you're not providing it for me, but I feel like I'm being a provider for you, and I feel this is lopsided, and this has to change, or I got to go. She may just say go. Or she may beg you to stay and nothing changes. But you have to man up. You have to take control of your situation and what's going on in your life, and then you'll be happy. Guys, if you'd like to support my work, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me over on betterbachelor.locals.com. I don't have any dating profiles for you because I don't have any internet. I don't have any stuff to pull up right now. And when I get online, I'll try to find some more. But again, my format's going to have to change just a little bit because I can't just sit around. I worked on the bus for 3 years, and I'd come in at night and I'd have many hours in front of the computer to look up profiles or look up stuff like that. I just don't have the time. And to be honest, I want to enjoy nature. And if you didn't watch my last video, the bus is sitting in storage. I've just got this little, let me move my nighttime toilet here. I've just got this little bushwhacker over here that I tow behind the truck. It'll go everywhere. It's got 4x4, or it's got independent suspension. I can put 4x4 on the truck, go up to crazy places. It's a lot easier than the bus. I can get to more adventurous places. And really, the bus is going to wait until I find some land. I'll plop it on there, and that's that. Guys, I'll leave it there. This is Better Bachelor. I'm Joker. Remember, if you're not in control of your life, if you're not in control of the relationship, if you're just waiting around for her to decide if it's good or not, eventually she's going to say it's not. Eventually she's going to leave. Eventually she's going to find somebody else that'll she can hitch her wagon to their horse, and off she goes, and you're going to be left wondering what the hell went on. Take control of your relationship. If you're happy, great. If you're not, get it figured out, get it changed, get it squared away. Then you'll be a happy man.